Good morning, cousin. Today feels very strange. And I know that it's daylight savings time, and that might be it. But I also have hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, MCAS, and POTS, and am very sensitive to weather changes as well. And that is definitely going on now in rural Maine. It's a whole thing. The snow is starting to melt away. I saw that there is 60-degree days within the next 7 days, like 50-degree temperatures, 60-degree temperatures. I'm so excited about it. I'm ready for spring. This has been a much more mild winter than I'm accustomed to, having just moved down from Alaska. So lots of snow here in rural Maine, but not quite the same flavor of intensity that I'm accustomed to. So this is the best winter I've had in a real long time, but I'm ready for spring. I'm ready for all the things that come with spring. My big winter project was painting the interior of this 4,000 square foot farmhouse. I'm ready to be done painting, and I'm ready to start playing outside. I moved here in October of last year, so I haven't really been able to spend a lot of time outside. And I've been doing this interior project. So much is going on. Next week, Sarsaparilla is coming to Weirdbrook and spending some time with us and helping us bless the seeds that we're going to be planting on the homestead this year in a big dance party in the barn. We're blessing everything. It's so great. I can't wait too. It's been since October since they've been here, so they haven't seen the whole transformation of the interior of this farmhouse. So yeah, weird day. That's great. I'm genuinely curious as to what we come up with in our divination ceremony. Today, we're asking the question, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? We're going to be using tarot cards. If you are new to joining this live, you are welcome to participate as well. If you have a relationship with the deck of cards, go ahead and grab those. But you don't have to have a relationship with a deck of cards in order to participate in this divination ceremony. Okay, I'm going to just get into it. But before I do, I'm pretty sure that Ocean has some Voice of God announcements. So I'm going to hand the mic over to Ocean, to God, and they're going to let you know what's going on at the Resource Center today. And I'm going to sit here awkwardly because I can't actually hear what they're saying. So this is great. Take it away, God.
Thank you, Jen Marie. This is Ocean with the Voice of God announcements. Following our flow towards longer form content, we will be moving our lives fully to the red play button app. Today, we have our monthly ritual rave at 11 a.m. This is a radically inclusive magical working that uses movement to create and direct energy. No dance experience needed to benefit from this free community offering, and that's at 11 a.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, in our free app. And if you're up for more movement magic, we have Magic Moves on Wednesday at 6 a.m. Pacific Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. It's a great way to get your day started. It's a 45-minute movement offering from the Unbound. This class is designed to wake up the body, lift the spirit, and connect us as community. We hold this free community event every Wednesday at 6 a.m. Pacific Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. And this Wednesday in particular at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, 4 p.m. Eastern, we have our live grimoire reading with a Q&A session to follow. Jen Marie will read from the grimoire for about an hour, and then the members of the Unbound Coven will take questions on the path of a witch born of shadow. and that's on Wednesday at 1 p.m. PST, 4 p.m. EST. You can find all of these events and more in our app at community.brightanddark.org. Back to you, Jen Marie.
And I'm back. Before I get into it, I've been thinking. Again, my autism makes it to where I don't know how much context you need for this, but I am recently having a lot of very proud moments regarding the Unbound specifically. These witches are specially trained to be able to hold space, very specific space for witches who are deconstructing their internalized ableism and the patriarchy and capitalism and all of those things. Anyway, it's a whole thing. But they have spent years and years and years to get to where they are. And the way that I teach is very particular, for one. And I'm also very sensitive to hierarchical dynamics because we do so much work in deconstructing that stuff. Anyway, so when I'm hanging out or doing an event with my students, peers now, I step back when it comes to answering questions. If we are in a group, I don't really answer questions unless they can't answer the questions. And it's getting to the point where I am quieter and quieter in group dynamics, in group Q&As. And that makes me so proud, honestly. I love that I can just sit back and listen to them guide and support and show genuine compassion, share the deeper mysteries of witchcraft in a way that is very well received. Like, it's so incredible. And when we get together, so there's 9 of us right now, and there's a bunch more coming. 9 of us, when we start having conversations or when someone asks a question, a new broom comes in and is like, hey, I'm experiencing, I see dead people. What do I do? You're not asking one person, you're asking the whole group. And we call it weaving. We're weaving an answer. So all of us weigh in with our perspective. So the person that's asking gets a ton of information from a lot of different ways of looking at any given subject related to the lived experience of neurodivergent witches and the deeper mysteries of witchcraft. And we're actually going to start doing this in a live once a month so that you can participate in this and experience what it's like to ask questions of a non-hierarchical group of witches. It's so cool. And we love it, by the way. Love answering questions. But yeah, we had a guild meeting the other night. And lots of questions and lots of conversations are happening. And I realized that it's getting to where I don't have anything to add. They cover all the bits, and they cover the bits in ways that even I didn't look at it. And I love that so much. So that's what I'm experiencing recently. And I can see how like strange that would look to someone who is still looking through the lens of hierarchy or the lens of the big cappy pappy, to see someone who, I guess, I founded this, but you wouldn't know that's, I don't know how to explain that. You wouldn't necessarily know it because I don't do a lot of talking. I don't do a lot of teaching workshops. I don't do a lot of that. My job is supporting all of them, right? Their job is supporting the community. And it's great. I'm so proud of what we're doing. Anyway, let's do a little divination. Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? All right, let's see what we got today. Our guides were using these cards to communicate something about our relationship with our life. What are they talking about? The Magician reversed. This is a card we drew. Trying to think of a way to explain this. And I know I say this all the time. You are a lot more powerful than you have been made to believe. In fact, if you knew what you were capable of, you would not be living how you're living right now. No way. You would not be tolerating what you are tolerating just to survive. You wouldn't. But you are still stuck behind this blindfold that was handed to you as a child. I mean, it's not like you had a decision about this, but it's there nonetheless. You're not able to see what you're capable of because you're in survival mode all of the time. And you've been taught that these ways that your system engages with your life is bad or wrong. And so you're like, everything that makes you powerful, you push away. You don't want that, don't want that, right? Or you're under this illusion that, because like one of our greatest powers is our ability to connect, not just, with ourselves, but with community, with our environment. These are resources at your disposal, but you don't use them because what I just said, you're all caught up in this illusion that you have to engage in the world in the way that like it currently is. You're not stuck. You're not. It's like you think you're drowning, but you're in shallow water. All you have to do is stand up. But you were never taught to stand up. You're drowning in shallow water, or you think you are. That's what this card feels like. So what is your relationship with that? What does it feel like to be told, like, stand up? Just like, stop freaking out and just stand up. You don't have to keep doing this. But you're so convinced that you do. And you're like buying into this illusion, right? It's like, I hate my job, but ooh, look, they put out a new iPhone. Like, come on, guys. Or, but I would really like a new car. You're trapped because of that. It almost feels embarrassing to look at it. Yeah, look at how you are actually drowning in shallow water. There's so many ways, so many things that you were taught that you need, that you have to do, that you don't actually have to do. And there's enough of us now that we could just leave that whole world behind if we just would learn to work together and saw each other as a resource. Not as an extractive kind of way, but like a community. This illusion that you're alone. Anyway, so the imagery that I get is like a wizard in these robes, like flailing in a fucking puddle. And how do I convince this wizard to like fucking here, let me help you up? But I can't make your legs strong. I can't make you keep standing up. Does that make sense? I can show you that I'm standing. I'm not fucking drowning in a puddle. And you don't have to be either. If it wasn't so tragic, it would be funny. All right, now we got to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that has us flailing in our robes in a puddle. The Six of Cups reversed. Okay. We will wait for my camera to figure its shit out. In March, we call this moon the tender moon. It's the month that we dive into and take a look at our relationship with our child selves, our relationship with presence. And so I love that this kind of comes up, especially since today is a ritual rave where we're like manifesting what we're working through. This feels like there is the reason you're flailing in a puddle is because you are resistant to being nostalgic, resistant to looking at how were you raised. Either you're resistant to looking at how you are raised or resistant to acknowledging that shit fucked you up, that influenced you heavily. And even though you are the black sheep, the cycle breaker, most of us are like when you say lean into family, we're like, nope, nope, not doing that. Family can be intentional as well. Just saying. Anyway, your resistance, and I'm not saying your parents were bad people. I'm just saying that they were taught to raise children in a very different way than we were. Yeah. In what ways were you taught as a child that you were powerless? Look at that, because there's a nugget there for you that's going to help you in this expansion and for you standing up out of the puddle. Ocean said, so Morgana and Ocean are both in the Unbound. And Morgana said that they were thinking that this card is perfectly tied to the moon focus. And then Ocean said, me too, Morgana, especially with the metaphor of the wizard flailing in the puddle. It felt like a tantrum to me. Yeah. Okay. That was a really direct reading. If you don't look at it, you can't let it go. And I know that's not comfortable. Well, I'm not here to make you comfortable. I'm here to help you grow up. And so, all right, that's it. Like, I'm not hearing anything else. Wand drop, done. That's it. Look at your childhood to see how you were taught that you were powerless, and then stand up because you're getting water and mud everywhere. All right. Let's close out this working. And then we'll get on with our day. I would love it if you would come dance with us today at the rave in a couple hours. It'd be so much fun. All right. Hey, cousins. That's it. If you can't be good at it. I'll see you in the morning.